Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, I'm continuing my Disney movie marathon. So I'm going to be reviewing one of their films, folks. Might as well. It's a recent movie I bought, of course. And I'm going to be reviewing the superhero film titled Black Panther. Specifically, the Blu-ray copy that I have. So I figured I would do this since I want to review more Disney related stuff, since Disney and Marvel have teamed up in a way. So, of course, as always, I do have the title about the plot. So let's begin, shall we? This is a part of the expanded universe that Marvel and Disney have been building up in their films and continue to do so. So this story focuses upon this whole idea that this main character, whom after the death of his father, is the king of this particular land and returns home to this isolated and technically advanced African nation to succeed the throne and take his rightful place as the king. However, the thing is that but when a powerful old enemy reappears, our main character must battle as the king, and then of course there's some crazy stuff that's going on. Not aside from that, a bit of their technology, which they were trying to keep hidden, escapes into the outer world, folks. So that becomes a thing here. So as a result of this, folks, Black Panther is going to be, of course, be tested when he's drawn into a formidable conflict that puts the fate of his homeland and the entire world at risk. So yeah, talk about having a global threat here, folks. So yeah, it gets pretty out there, folks, as a whole. So yeah, this is the Blu-ray version that contains the digital copy and the multi-screen edition. So of course it's going to be presented in the high definition quality with its audio and the visuals as well. So the bonus extras is the from page to screen kind of a thing going on. Then there's some deleted scene gags. And there's of course some behind the features as well, the Warriors Within, the Hidden Kingdom Revealed, and so much more. So it definitely has a good package here, folks. There's lots of stuff in here, folks. That's a good thing there. So this is definitely jam-packed with extras, folks. So paying the nearly $30 for the purchase price of this film, this time around definitely makes it worth it, folks. So I'm glad there's so much behind the scenes kind of thing here, folks, so it definitely makes it worthwhile. So I do recommend this kind of a thing. It really embraces the whole action-filled type of adventure that these characters will go through, so there's lots of fun to be had here. So the film does take itself rather seriously. While there is some humor here and there, I do appreciate the fact that there's humor here and there, but the overall film as a whole does take itself rather seriously, so that's a good thing there. One thing, however, I don't seem to understand really, and if I have to criticize the film for anything, I kind of wish they could have cleared up some stuff. I mean, the whole angle with this society here in Africa trying to keep their technology hidden from the outside world. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get that they don't want their advanced technology to be misused or anything. However, that's the thing, folks. They, of course, pretend, well, in this storyline, they pretend to be a poor nation, but however, the very thing they ultimately were attempting to avoid, unfortunately, comes into play in here, folks. This technology that we're trying to keep from the outside world eventually gets misused, and of course, one of the Black Panther's relatives wants to use this technology to take over the world and such. But that conflict really happened because of the fact they were hiding some things from the outside world. So you would think teaming up with somebody else in the outside world would become like a better way to handle certain situations. An example of this is that back in Venezuela, some recent things aren't planning so well because of how the government is playing itself, and how the fact that their immunologics system isn't particularly good, so they want to handle their things their own way, and of course, as you can guess, all of this really backfires. You can overly relying on one specific resource, like right here in Venezuela, really turns things around, is what I'm saying here, folks. So kind of doing the same thing here is what they were doing, and it seems rather contradictory because it's implying a free market. A full functioning country wouldn't allow that kind of a thing to occur, but it eventually did happen, folks, you can say, even though one of the female characters did say they should team up with the outside world in order to prevent such catastrophes to occur, or at least minimize it. When this one guy you're looking at right here, folks, sneaked into the country and stole a bit of the technology for his weapon on his arm, so he got the attention of the local authorities because of that in the outside world when he began to destroy some stuff. So yeah, kind of like how in the Return of Godzilla they discovered that this giant monster is still alive after 30 years, but they try to keep it hidden from society. But once they discovered that this monster is still around, public opinion seems to go all over the place. There's massive chaos and whatnot, so everybody goes crazy. So keeping your own mouth shut could be your own undoing, is what I'm saying. But I will give the movie this, folks, this credit. The Black Panther doesn't want to become an executioner. He throws references to a certain period of time, if you catch my drift. And so that angle gets played into the film, so Black Panther himself feels that just because a certain group of people were mistreating them like that, it doesn't excuse them to treat them back like that. As the old saying goes, two wrongs don't make a right. So that's that. Well, I guess that makes him more of an honorable superhero kind of a character, I guess you can say. Which is of course nice. I do kind of wish they could make a transgender character into a film, or maybe a pre-operative transsexual or whatnot into a superhero film, which I doubt they're actually going to ever do if you ask me. And maybe she could be dating a woman. You have to make it more risky, I guess you can say. But the character could be, African, if you want to go on that angle, which is fine, I guess. Or maybe not African, but maybe just from Jamaica, I guess. That'd be a good thing, a Jamaican character, yeah. Anyway, despite its flaws, folks, I still enjoy this film. It's well acted, the music itself isn't too bad. The overall film, it seems to be well balanced in some ways. I do kind of wish the character could have been Black Panther a bit more in some scenes or whatever. But the film overall is good. Perfect? No, I wouldn't say it's perfect or anything, but it does have its flaws, of course. But overall, folks, I put a solid film as a whole. I did like it. It does slow down a bit here and there. The pacing isn't really even, really. But I still liked it. It's still a good film overall. And it's really well packaged, so that's the good thing there. So it'll get an overall rating of a 7.3 out of 10. It gets a 7.3 out of 10 from me, folks. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya. Oh yeah.